Hello.
Oh, hi, how you doing?
Hey. Hi. Del. This
Yes.
is Kyle.
Hey, what's up, man?
I I just wanted to say thank you so.
I'm sorry, you cut out for a second.
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you so much for inviting me to your classes.
Oh, no problem. Glad to have folks around.
Forgive me. I might make a little noise, but I'm gonna put in a set of headphones
Okay.
and they're gonna speaker. How many students are you participating?
Um, it kind of varies. Let's see. Sometimes, I think last one was about, I think there was about five last time. Let me see. Let me see if I find Faith.
I hope that wasn't distracting.
No, 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 you're fine, you're fine. Um, I am anticipating getting a message soon about dinner. Uh, let's see. Clear this off. Put that to sleep. Okay. Shut that off. I don't need that. Hi, yeah. Okay, there it goes. Alright, so it's currently just you and me. Let's see. I'm going to try to copy link address. Bloop. Alright. Let's see.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
what's up?
Oh, the general message.
Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, what I like to do is,
Now, do you
go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're
Do
fine.
you want me to do you want me to mute my microphone while you're in class?
Uh, you don't have to. Um, the only thing is if you're gonna be watching it, okay. Like I can see like right in here, I have to mute it so it doesn't like do feedback loop. If you're gonna watch it, just do mute the video or mute the video if you're watching the live stream. And hey, what's up? Um,
Sorry,
no, you're fine.
made my mess.
No, you're all right. Uh, now if you but other than that, just I'm just trying to prevent feedback loops. Is all I'm doing feedback sound loops. So yeah, you can if you're watching the live stream, just hit mute on the live stream, and then you can talk on the Discord channel. That's fine. Okay, good. Good. Glad to have Faith here, or she's going to be. Let me see if I can move this around. All right, cool. I don't know where it went. Whoops. Share your screen. Try to
Oh,
move it.
I turned my camera off.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, uh, yeah, but a little bit. I'm a bit exhausted. I just, yeah, I just turned in like that big notice I was needing to, and gotta post. Oh, that's something else. I just turned in that big notice I was needing to, and it was took all afternoon for me to do it. Well, I'm glad I got it done. Uh, but so currently it's you and me. Two viewers. I'm not sure that might be Faith. Hey Faith, you can join the you can join the voice channel if you want, or you can post over here in the this little chat box if you need to ask any questions. Oh, Yeah, I'm kind of exhausted from I don't know if it's from earlier or just like throughout the day, but I'm just kind of tired. So tell me about yourself. Like there's not a whole lot of folks who actually do this kind of thing or the healing process, especially not on the form. Oh, he mute. Oh, okay, he muted himself. Let's see. All right. Damn it. Screw it. They know what I mean. I'm in. I'll open the link in the moment. Okay. So, Faith, how you been? How's things over in is it Malaysia or I'm not entirely sure. Hello, using phone, not sure what to write. I open Discord, YouTube. I open Discord off. You can just do YouTube. It's fine. You can just type. Just use. Yeah, you can type in the YouTube chat if you have any questions or anything. Okay. Might be a bit of a slow night, but that's fine. I'll kind of gradually work out the time frames as it goes along. Okay. Oh, okay, so I'm not going to make my college course if I can't make these ones in time. Oh, I'm not going to make my... Okay. I'm not going to make my college courses if I can't make these ones on time. I'm not sure. Do you go to college, Blade? Blade Woe said that, or she's college courses. Do you go to college, or were you referring to something else? Heard something. Okay, Kyle signed off. That's what that was. Yeah, if it's easier for you guys to use the YouTube, you can do that. Discord is just if you need to actually say, if you want to say, if it's easier to say something or talk, just use that one too. Oh, that reminds me, Faith. Let's see. I'm going this September. LOL. Sorry, bad joke. Oh, it's no problem. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like I'm gonna figure out how the times work and see which times are best. Um, let's see. I'm not entirely sure if Faith. Hi, Faith. Glad you joined us. I'm not entirely sure what are the best times for the live stream, so I'm just kind of like playing it by ear. Faith, how did you do with the sun meditation? Faith is in Malaysia. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I try to do set it at this time, because I think it's She said, yeah, it's 8 o'clock Saturday over at her time, or where she's at. So that's why I try to do it like this, so she has a little more time. Uh, I was Jeez, I felt. I don't know why. I might feel like a little sick after doing the healing session earlier, but I'm not entirely sure if that's it. Let's see. But yeah, Faith, how did you do on the sun meditation? THS Oblivion. Oh, you're referring to Blade of Woe. I think, yeah, I think that's like a Blade of Woe. I think is like a recurring thing in the the Elder Scrolls series. I kind of thought it was cool. Like I had accidentally found the Blade of Woe like underneath, just stuffed underneath like a dresser somewhere. I was like, oh, what is this? Yeah, yeah. There's a delay. There's a. I've got to figure out how and why there's a delay, but yeah. Yeah, it says there's no added delay on here. It says add delay none, so I don't get that. Mm. Hopefully some of the others will be on soon. Let's see. Okay, so Faith did the sun meditation. She said she feels good every time. All right, that's something. That's good feedback, I suppose. So Sithit actually said that he was more active and more resilient as he continued to do it. He actually did it for the entire month, so that's good for him. So earlier I had mentioned a method that I was working on, and it was kind of involving where a rainstorm had come by and the rain was coming down real bad. A storm woke me up, and got this idea to kind of like really pay attention to and focus on the rain, and it basically kind of like expanded my awareness out, and I started to really notice the rain a lot more. It went from being really fuzzy to a lot sharper, and I started to kind of like feel every individual piece almost. And at a certain point, it felt like the rain was like moving a lot slower. That is actually something that, let's see. Faye says maybe it's because she's too far. Maybe there's a delay, or some say maybe. Few people say that there's a bit of a delay in the stream. I think it's like a few seconds. Like they say, it's like a 30-second delay or something. So yeah, everyone's kind of mentioned about a bit of a delay. But that would be something to try. And I try not to make it like super predictable upon the weather, but to a degree it can be. But it's basically just looking for instances you where there would be a stronger natural pull. I mentioned earlier about involving, like, if you want to use that with. Okay, so Kyle says he's having an issue. Catch the next course. Okay, that's no problem. Glad you stopped by for a second. But expanding your awareness depending on there are different phases in which, like, the moon is a good one. Full moon, new moon, that's a good change. Going to where there's waves, like the beach, or there's a lot of wind moving around, a lot of water moving back and forth, that's a good one. Going into a forest, that's, it's a completely just surrounded by woods, that's a good one. There are different things you can do, and just kind of go to that spot, go to wherever there's like a lot of this natural kinetic movement, with wind, the woods, the moon. Even if you bonfires are actually pretty energetic as well. I mean, it shouldn't be surprising, but they are probably like they're probably one of the most energetic that you can go to. And because there's all that chemical reaction going on, and it takes a lot of energies to burn those flames. But those can be things that you can go to and just kind of really, it would be ideal to put yourself in an area where you can actually really focus on. Oh, excuse me. You can really focus on what's around you, but if you can also go into a situation where it is, you can also go into a thing where you can concentrate on one specific thing. So if you go to a bonfire, concentrate on the fire, doing the same thing you were doing before, where you were really kind of like feeling the heat. Oh, excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with me. You were really kind of like feeling the heat of the flame, and putting your attention on that, and allowing it to allowing yourself to kind of like your awareness to kind of like expand outward and really pick up on it. And that would actually be something for I would say I like to do things like at the start of a new month, but considering that I think it's not opening up, considering we got one more week before August, I mean, oh well, you could probably start. Apparently I need to bounce myself yin yang from the sky. Faye says forest and beach far from me. I'm actually in the city. How far is far, Faith? I mean, are you able to like travel there on your own, or? Blade of Woe says, I love the ocean energy and the storms around here. So Faith, one thing you can probably try to do, you can do like there's a bit of a precursor to that. Blade of Woe says there's a thunderstorm. Okay, well, give that a try then. See if you can kind of, really pay attention to the storm that's around you, and just kind of, focus on a small spot, and then kind of gradually expand your awareness. So, oh, damn, I'm so sleepy now. Shit. But gradually, just kind of like expand your awareness from a certain point, and just let it grow. And the important thing is you want it to be centered on yourself. So find a spot probably within yourself that you want to expand outwards, and just kind of really focus on the things that are going around you, and really kind of pay attention to the shifts in the wind and the rain and the air around you. And that's you want to kind of like really develop that. So Faye says, I play an app lately. I don't Randon. I don't know what that means. This app is a bit of mystery. I heard news said it may find people dead body. It is an adventure app and allows you to find something that's nearby you. Okay, so apparently it's like one of those creepypasta apps. It's like one of those Florida Man apps. But yeah, try that. Actually, Faith, you can kind of actually try to. You can actually do that yourself. You can actually kind of do it yourself. It would be good if you can actually get to a spot, but we'll try something different for you, Faith, since you're in a city. So while nature is a form, or an obvious form of fuck, I hate saying the word energy. I swear to God, it feels like so overused. But there is also the kinetic movement of other people. Okay, so here's something you can do, Faith. Try to. Okay, she says about 2 hours to get to the beach, or drive about 45 minutes to see the forest. Forest might be a better option for you, but try this. Try to see if you can just focus on the things around you that's in your room. I know you've said you've had a little bit of issues with meditation, but that might be something to help. You can use that music I made to listen to if that helps. But just kind of like gradually really focus on the things around you, and kind of just like slowly expand, and just pay attention to the little details. And because it's all about developing your awareness of the things that are going on around you, and if you can, once you get that down, when you get into if and when you actually get the chance to go to the forest or the beach or whatever, and you can actually, or whenever this starts raining or thundering, you can actually already do that, and you'll be kind of like you'll be ready to, you already have the technique down. I'm clicking around like I know what I'm looking for, and I really don't. Let's see. Actually, Faith, here's something that you might really be good at as well. This is actually a really good one. Okay, so Kyle's back. Yeah, okay, cool. Glad to see you back. But if you're not able to do that, try to also focus on like you can also try to develop your awareness by focusing on like your internal movement. So basically, pay attention to your heartbeat. and that's a fairly easy way to develop. That's a fairly easy way to develop awareness as well, and you can kind of like gradually expand. I have a theory that using the tactile imagery, if you using the sense of touch, I was able to, find blocks and such in my own body, and then gradually, because I was able to, do the same thing with other people. I'm wondering if when you pay attention to your heartbeat, you can actually use that developmental awareness for other people. They will sleep a while I meditate or something. They will try to play with me when I sit silently. Yeah, cats are like that. Storms have been moving from my house and then activating. No heavy rains or thunder for me. Well, yeah, that seems to be like the one drawback to the meditation, is that it seems to be like outside circumstances, which I'm not a big fan of. But so let's try this instead. Okay, Faith, Blade, Kyle, if you guys can hear me, this is what I want you to do. I want you to kind of put your attention in your hands, and I want you to feel the heartbeat in your hands, okay? All right, and take a moment to kind of like really pay attention to that heartbeat in your fingertips and in your palms. And then after a minute, kind of start to like expand it. So move it, kind of move it a little bit, kind of expand the feeling of the pulse. See if you can start to like move from your hands down to your to feel like your forearms and your hands and your fingers. The key thing is to start small, and once you kind of like get used to it, actually, Faith, if it rains in Malaysia at 2 p.m., that might be good for you to practice the focusing on the rain, because that'll work too. So let me know how you guys are getting along with that. Let me know how you're getting along with the heartbeat meditation. This is actually a technique that Johnny was posted on his energy cultivation course. It's one of the first exercises. You should look him up. He's really good. But apparently, it's supposed to like it's supposed to help increase your blood circulation. Kind of like rebuild. Okay. Pay attention to my hand and feel the heartbeat in my hand. Okay. So Kyle says, I feel my whole are pulsing into the rhythm of my heartbeat. Yeah. So Blade, don't try to like don't struggle with it. So just kind of like just pay attention to it. That the point is you're building up, and gradually you'll get better at this. So if and a biggest part of it is to relax. If you feel any kind of start to notice your muscles tightening up, just kind of relax them. And if it helps, try to like do some deep breathing while you're doing this, but mainly put your attention on where the pulsing is. So once you kind of get familiar with it, find a spot on your body that either A, you don't feel like it gets enough, you don't feel as if it gets enough blood circulation, or it seems to be tight, and then kind of move your attention there with the same thing, feel the pulsing. For me, it's like my neck and shoulders is where I really need it. So this is just the baby steps of building up your awareness, and this actually goes pretty well with developing the method I use with the sense of touch. This is actually works along with it well. Kyle says he's got bad circulation in his legs. Yeah, that's common. But kind of gradually, just like wherever you feel like the tightness is the most, wherever you feel like the tightness is the most, just try to like gradually relax. Yeah, that's Faith's cat. So, when you get to the feeling like you kind of get the hang of it, here's what you need to do. Find another point, or at least be aware of another point where you've got like either bad circulation or tightness, and from those 2 points, I want you to do this. So for me, it'll be the back of my knees. All right, I got tightness in my knees, and then I have tightness in my neck. So what I'm gonna do is point A is gonna be my neck, and point B will be my knees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feel the pulse. It's a slight electrical pulse, you'll notice. I'm going to feel the pulse jump from it was going to jump from my neck to my knees and back. So think about in the ways of kind of like you have 2 metallic pieces, and then there's a spark that jumps between them. Because that's actually what you're doing is there is a bit of your heart creates electrical impulses, right? So it's basically an electrical impulse that jumps from one to the other. Feel like Faith says she feels like something is crawling. Yeah, just focus on that sensation. Is it internal or external? And actually, this you can if you learn a little bit about tactile imagery. This actually goes pretty well with it because you can crawling on my arm. Oh, excuse me, good. But if you have a bit of tactile imagery and with the electrical pulses, you can move. Basically, what you can do is probably move your center of attention through whatever part of your body you're moving, and have it as it moves, it creates these electrical impulses. Or you can also use it as a center point. So Blade of Woe says, I can feel my feet pulsing, trying to redirect it to my calves. Whatever you need, don't feel like you have to strain, because it's not about straining. Believe it or not, relaxing is actually what makes this work. The more you struggle, the harder, the more difficult it gets. You have to actually allow it to work. So this is kind of like this is an interesting power about if you think about concepts. Concept. If you think about the concept of the ego, right? The ego is the part of us that thinks we have control over stuff when we don't. All the ego is just our focus. It's primarily I would say it's our ability to focus. It's our focal point. See, we actually don't have the ego doesn't have any of the actual power. It just knows how to direct stuff. It's actually there's another part of you. I'll just say, like, I could be, this might be the wrong term, but I'll just say the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is very more of, it has all the power, but the ego is the thing that kind of basically like points it. And if you can learn to focus, you can learn to direct it, but you have to allow it to work. You can't force it to work. The ego likes to force stuff to work. The ego tries to control everything. You have to direct it without controlling it. If you've ever read any of the books, if you've ever read The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, it's by Deepak Chopra. He talks about this thing of, detachment. I think even E.A. Koetting talked about too. You have to detach from things. You have to let things go. You can direct all your attention, your focus on something, but until you have the attitude of, I can take it or I can leave it. It's not important. It doesn't have control over you, so therefore you basically allow it to happen. It's kind of like a weird thing, but it goes along the lines with the idea of the push and the pull. Something you can also do, Blade, is put your you can have two focal points. Okay, so have a focal point in your feet, and then another focal point in your knees, and then just have like the jolt of the jolt of lightning or the spark kind of jump between those 2 points. The pulse jump between those 2 points. Interesting tidbit. I actually learned this. I kind of learned this from Robert Bruce when I was watching one of his courses. He said he actually learns more when he teaches. And I agree with that. I think think I actually kind of learn a little bit more when I teach than actually when I read anything. So how's everybody feeling? How's your progress? Actually, let me retract that statement. How are your results? It's a good idea to adopt the perception that there's only feedback. If you measure everything in like a positive or a negative, you'll strain more, you'll stress more because you're looking for like you're expecting a result, and when you don't get the result, you assume you've done something wrong, and but if you do get the result you're looking for, you assume like, well, I did it this way, so this is how I'm supposed to do it to get the result I want. The fact is, to get the result you want, you have to just study the feedback. Part of science is actually just observation. All science is noticing stuff. You think about gravity. When Isaac Newton got hit in the head with the apple, gravity already existed, but he just realized then, oh wait, there's a force that causes things to fall. So science is just observation. You have to observe things as they are, and that's part of being detached. You observe things as they are, not what the expectation is. Alright, let's see. Okay, so Blade of Woe says, I did something similar with an evocation of omnipotence, so I can apply that to mind space. Can someone translate that for me? I kind of understood, but I'm not entirely sure I understood. See, I wish there was like a vernacular where it's like you could just say something that was like more common knowledge and it didn't sound like mind space. That sounds like a... I don't... that sounds like an intellect... That sounds like an intellectual social media. Follow me. Follow my mind space. Adopting a mindset I have for rituals for this one. Yeah, there is a particular kind of like, I guess, mental focus or a mindset, I guess. If, let's see, intellectual social media. Well, I don't, I Yeah, that's the. I guess it would be the most honest thing, or considering most social media is just like people trying to be smart. It's like that. Social media always goes through this phase of like, there's a trend that people try to like, just massively share or be weigh in on, and eventually it's just like, oh god, and then there's a new trend. So, what's the bet for the what's y'all's prediction for the next trend on social media? Uh, Faye says I can feel cold. So, let's see. Is it cold in your room, or you just say you can feel cold? Blade of Woe says I can't words. I mean the detachment I experienced during the rituals can be applied to this exercise. Yeah. So there are foundations for anything you do that are essential. She says she's feeling cold. But there's foundations for anything. Snorting as asbestos. What? Ugh. Okay. So anything you want to get good at that requires actual practice. It could be sports. It could be learning, education, a new talent, a trade, or it could be anything. The biggest part of it is when you let go. That gives you the ability to that you absorb it better, because you're I guess you're like in a state of like a flow, where just like things are just kind of like you're going with the flow and things, and it's effortless. The more you struggle and strain, the harder stuff becomes, because you're trying to be hard, so you're trying to be hard, so everything else is hard. But when you're easy, everything else is easy. That's it's. I hate to say, but it's basically just you're the next. Oh, Blade of Woe says next trend after injecting Lysol. Oh my god, that's the new trend challenge. Like freaking what was it? Eating Tide Pods. Oh my god, I give up on this. I give up on this race as a species. I'm sorry if you eat Tide Pods. Like there's if you eat Tide Pods, like just I don't know. You roll the dice. Whatever happens is your own fault at that point. I'm sorry. There's just like, here's the Tide Pod challenge. Well, you're just here's the putting a 45 up to your head and pulling the trigger challenge. For the love of God, no one please do that. For the love of God, don't do that, I swear. Somebody's gonna show up and be like, well, you told me to. Okay. But yeah, it is important. Jeez, yeah, Tide Pods, but it is important to realize that whatever the world around you is a reflection of you. Man surrounds himself with a reflection of himself. So think about who you hang out with. Think about what situations do you always put yourself in. If you are struggling, if you are fighting, if you are trying to be hard, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get struggle. You're gonna get fighting. You're gonna hard. Taking shots of antifreeze. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm reading all this from Blade of Woe, by the way. For anyone who's not aware, I'm just reading her posts. Jesus. But, if you make things easy, or if you are easy, if you are relaxed and you are easy and you are flowing, then everything else around you is going to be relaxed and easy and flowing. So you will surround yourself with the reflection of what you are. And there is actually, here's a really good point that Faye says, talking about social media, I only use Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I have IG account, but my IG is totally inactive. Yeah, social media is kind of like the new cancer. It's like we can't have nice things because people ruin it. But something that I would suggest everyone do, especially this is probably a really, really good starting point, I would think. There actually needs to be, I think there needs to be more information on this subject, but the fact is it's so obvious no one thinks about it. But if you can focus on your breathing, right? If you can focus on your breathing, you don't have to be meditating, you don't have to be doing anything. If there was a time when I was in a really stressful work environment where all I did was focus on my breathing, and the rhythm kind of put me, because it was something that I could do. It was something that I could kind of do, and it wasn't something no one could tell me not to do. But when you do that, you breathe in and out and just focus on that, you will begin to relax. I was reading a Stoic quote that happiness comes from a calm mind. I think it was. I'm gonna look it up real fast. Let's see. Stoic on happiness. Stoic quote on happiness. But yeah, here we go. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but a restful satisfaction that we have is sufficient, for what he wants is nothing. And that was Sensia that said that. Actually, I think, Mike, I might make this, I'm going to copy this. That'll be, that's not, I already posted a Stoic quote for the day before, or something popped on. Okay, Divine Life is back. Hey, how you doing? But I might make like a new channel just for Stoic quotes. I might do that. That's probably a good idea. Gotta do that right now. Let's see. And this is actually a good one. I like this. Drink. And if you can focus on your breathing, and that's all you have to do, your mind will relax, it will feel calm, it won't worry about have hopes or fears. Hopes and fears, okay, listen. Having a hope or a fear is not, neither of those are good things. Don't look at things as positive, and this is what people don't understand. Looking at things if for there to be a positive thing, there has to be a negative thing. But if you look at everything just as it is, you see things more clearly. You're not boggled down by these positive and negative emotions. You will feel true happiness, and I've known this from experience, just by putting your attention on the present. And the best way I found to do this, focus on your breathing. Just throughout the day, just watch it. You can do that easily it doesn't intervene, it doesn't stop you from doing anything. I've worked in a high stress environment, in a kitchen, pulling like a steaming hot food out, and pulling steaming hot food out, and still was just like totally relaxed, totally enjoying what was going on. And nothing could really slow that down. I was like in this zone that I enjoyed, and I felt true bliss just by focusing on the present moment. I wasn't worried about anything. I wasn't hoping for anything. And here's the thing, like I said, what you are, you surround yourself with. So if you are happy, you feel peace, you feel joy, you feel happiness, guess what you're going to be surrounding yourself with? And believe it or not, a lot of the, I kind of learned this, a lot of the books that people talk about, like those manifestation books, it was funny. They they were like, oh, what can I do to be like, oh, your energy and blah blah blah, and the person responds, get happy in any way you can. I need to find that video. It was hilarious. They were just like, just get happy. That's it. That's the secret. Get happy. But if you practice present moment awareness, focus on your breathing. Just don't judge your breathing. Just, it's not right, it's not wrong. It just is what it is. But you will very quickly become relaxed and peaceful and experience true happiness. And you can maintain this throughout the day. You don't have to be meditating. You don't have to be doing things specific. You can just feel the bliss as you're doing that. And you will begin to unconsciously surround yourself with more things that make you happy. There was a guy, I'm trying to think his name. He had a series of instructions. It was called, let me pull it up. The Secret to Deliberate Creation. So, Secret to Deliberate Creation. I think this was a really good one. Yeah, by Dr. Robert Anthony. I got his course, and it was like, what was it? It was, Jesus, it was like maybe 8 to 12 CDs, and they were like 4 hours long each. Oh my gosh. And it was like he went through all this theory in detail, and I felt like my head was going to explode. But when at the very, very end, he had this one stupid little 15-minute CD, and he says, would you like to have the hey, you don't have to wait, you can get what you want right now. It's like, you want to hear the secret? Here it goes. Be happy. That was it. Be happy. Why do you want the new car? Because you want to be happy. Why do you want the great job? Because you want to be happy. Why do you want that perfect boyfriend, girlfriend? Because you want to be happy. Why do you want XYZ? Because you want to be happy. That's it. You want to be happy. Present moment awareness brings happiness, and happiness is what you want. And you get the things that make you happy. Okay, so let me start. Faye says, what is Lysol? Blade says, disinfecting spray. I feeling of cold after I feel crawling around my arms, not because of weather in my room. That's good to know. I'd like to use 3 Suns meditation for relaxation. I guess I could apply them more. Faye says, oh, something like spray like alcohol can kill virus and germs. Blade says, yes. Injecting Lysol with dead. Yes. Yeah, don't. Yeah. Faith, do not inject yourself with Lysol, please. That's a bad idea. Faith, I've had a bad habit of not just stopping at saying all is well in my present situation to be content. There are songs by FLK called So Fast, maybe it's kind of on par with what you're saying. While focus on my breathing, I think nothing. Sometimes I will relax and fall asleep because my life is so full of pressure and high stress. Yeah, believe it or not, if you fall asleep when you're meditating, that's just your body saying you need to relax, you need to sleep. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just get happy. So that is a big thing, because if you are detached and people have to make things more difficult, we're the kind of people, like, we have to make shit more difficult than it really is. But if you detach, present moment awareness is the same thing as detachment. You know, that's what it is. It is, I am detached from the outcome. And if you look up, let me see if I can find this. Go on here. Let's see. Law of detachment. Yeah, law of detachment. Let me see. Do. Yeah, there's a lot of information on it. There's one video I really want to find. Let's see. Yeah, actually, this is a lot, honestly. Yeah, non-attachment is the key to fulfillment of worthy goals. And okay, here's one. This is the one. I will copy this link address and I will post it. And I would suggest everyone, when you get a chance, watch this. It's very good. This is, yeah, detachment is the thing, man. When you just relax and flow into stuff, that's what it is. Everything is so much easier. And you know, it's unfortunately it's easy because we're filled with a world that's like constantly hitting us with stimulus and dopamine and, you know, triggers, and we get chemically worn out from the nonsense. But that is, it's about 7:30. Let's see. Blade of Woe says, I've been trying to practice detachment more during my high stress situation at work. It's perfectly anxiety. Yeah, I've worked in a job similar to that. I understand, and noticing the triggers and reactions and how to prevent it. Okay, so Blade, let me give you a little advice. So the thing, how to prevent it, that's the thing, you can't prevent it. I trust me, I know exactly how you feel about that. I understand, but the fact is you can't prevent it. You cannot prevent those things. What you can prevent is you can prevent how it affects you. That's the one thing. You can't, you know, and I gotta speak a bit of realism here. Because people need to understand that there's a common sense to this shit. If someone punches you in the face, yeah, it's gonna hurt you, all right? But you can't, you can stop that person from punching you. You can protect yourself, but it will hurt. But how you respond emotionally, how your mental and emotional state is something you can control. That is something you can definitely control. And in a lot of cases, the more calmer you are in a situation, the more often you will come out on top, because you're thinking clearly. You're not thinking emotionally or rashly or with reaction. You're thinking very clearly. So there's stuff you can't prevent. So if there's like drama, there's going to be drama. It's not that meditation is not about pulling the drama and the nonsense out of your life. It's allowing it into your life. It's like this. So let me give a brief recant about Friday when I quit my job yesterday and I took Patrick to the beach for his birthday. And the storm came in. At first, we're like, "Oh crap, storm's coming in. We gotta go hide." And then I'm like, "You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go out there, and I'm not gonna care about like, hey, throw my keys and my phone in the car, and then I'm just gonna like run out there, and I'm gonna get wet, and I don't care. I'll figure something out." It's not. I completely just enjoyed what I was doing. I was living in the time moment, and it's like it's whatever, man. I'm not gonna worry about I can't control if I get wet, but I can control if it bothers me. I can control being agitated by being wet. I can control if I'm gonna let it be like, oh man, I'm soaked, my day is ruined, or like, hey, I don't care. Have the I don't care day. You know, if you get rained on, you know, have an I don't care day. And that was really cathartic for me. Faye says, sometimes get happy from the stress. Life is difficult, but try to enjoy everything that is not negative. So it comes to me, even when it's not what I want, because I know it's not bad things. And yes, good. Faith is not going to inject Lysol into herself. Thank God for that. That's what I meant. Prevent myself from responding poorly as I have. It's not easy. No, it's not easy. I admit that. Is allowing it to come and go with relatively no issue. It's allowing it to come and go with it's basically, it's like this. Let it wash over you. It's like rain. It's gonna come. It's gonna happen. It's gonna wash over you. That doesn't mean you can. It doesn't mean that you have. That's not saying you have to stand in the rain. It doesn't mean that you can't run out of the rain. It doesn't mean that you can't pull out an umbrella. What it means is it's gonna rain, and you know, you can decide if the rain is gonna piss you off or the rain is gonna, you know, being pissed off at it raining is not gonna stop from raining. It's gonna rain regardless if you're pissed off or happy. So you know what? Why not be happy? You can't control if it rains. You can't. I mean, you can't control if it rains or not. If it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. That's the first. That's a key thing. Don't let it upset you. Don't let things you cannot control upset you. And don't let the things you can control upset you. You can respond how you react to it. That doesn't mean be a pushover. That doesn't mean be submissive. It doesn't mean become vindictive or vengeful. It means understand that things happen, and how you have the ability to respond to them. You have the ability to let them, wash over you, or you can. You have the ability to let them bother you. Okay. So Divine Eye says, I want to purchase Robert Bruce's Divine... do you know where anything about it? Actually, yeah, I've got a PDF I can send you, Divine Eye, if you want it. Don't care. Yes, exactly. I don't care, thank you. Speaking of Robert Bruce, I started reading his energy manipulation book. That is a good book. Faces, who would Robert Bruce? He's actually one of the guys where I learned... Let's see. Bruce, man, I brag about this guy all the time. So this is a guy, really good stuff. EA Coetting actually knows him, and he's really good material, really great stuff. Let's see. I think I actually have it. Don't I have it under... I think I have it over here, PDF resources. Let's see. Who is Cheeseburger? Who is that? I mean, really? New Energy Ways. I know I've got it somewhere. It might be on my computer. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. There it is. There it be. Copy. Oh, that's not what I want. PDF resources. Right. Totally legal. Totally legal. Totally legal. This is not a bad thing I'm doing. It's totally legal. Oh, you're asking about his videos, Astral Projection Mastery. Nope, don't have that. I got the book though. I can have. Oh god. Oh my gosh. What just happened? Hmm. So yeah, I do have actually did get the Soul Travel from EA Koetting. I kind of think that's a little bit more of a step above the Astral Projection. It's actually very there's techniques from both, but I think that EA Koetting has like a little bit more of an in-depth. Not like as far as a how-to. I think Robert Bruce has a better how-to do it, Astral Projection, but I think that EA Koetting has a little bit more of a, you know, when you're done with that, here's something, here's a little bit more of an extent. It's like he's got the DLC material. Not all let things control us, not just let things happen. It's not really bad. Yeah, and that's why I said, so Faye says, not always let the things I can't control upset me. I'll just let it be, let it happen. Sometimes it's not a bad thing, it's just the things we desire and want. Yeah, that's actually a lot of it. Sometimes there's things that you don't, things that you want that they don't go your way. But yeah, now y'all talking about cheeseburgers. Yeah, there's somebody in my Discord named like Cheeseburger, and I was like, who is this? But my suggestion is, focus on your breathing. Oh, hold on. I'm coming. Divine Eye says, how much did it cost you Soul Travel Mastery? I forget. It was a while ago. I do actually forget. I think it was like around like, I think it was like 5 payments of like $80 or something. I don't remember, unfortunately. So let me just kind of leave you with this little instance. Dinner's ready. I gotta go out. So you guys, if you're on Discord, you can keep talking. Man, is that really, that's a long delay, isn't it? But let me just leave you with this. It is important that if you just pay attention to your breathing, just do this as the end. Don't close your eyes. Don't try to meditate. Just focus on your breathing. Just watch it. That's all you have to do. Just watch it. And gradually, it'll help your mind. Your mind will slowly calm down and relax, and just put your attention. It might be a little bit difficult, but just do it. And that will help your mind relax, and that will help you experience a calm mind, and then you'll feel peaceful and happy. And if you can maintain that, which you get, the more you do it, the easier it gets. You'll be able to enter a state of calm and happiness, and then that's what you're looking for. But I gotta go. I gotta head to lunch. I gotta head to dinner. You guys have a great night. You can continue to talk on the Discord if you want to. Just pop on. You can hop on any of the voice channels if you guys want to talk to each other. Well, other than that, you guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.